G'day, Grub here from GSB Adventures. Just doing the first video, the first video for a long time. So I got into it a little bit before the pandemic that rocked the world back in 2020. And I started off doing a lot of long distance motorbike riding and vlogging and just getting used to things. I didn't put up that many videos. It was the old, like, wanted to, didn't. Talking to a camera, that thing right there is different. So I'm not even sure where to look. I don't know if where I'm looking now is looking at the lens or where I'm looking now is looking at the lens. It's probably that one, and I've been looking at it wrong the whole time. We'll go back and have a look. And yep, I had it wrong the whole time. I was looking there, which is the little screen where I can see myself, instead of looking there. But there we go. And it was boring. It was fucking boring. It was monotone. It was boring. It was in my head, good. On the camera, no. Not exciting. Rather dull, just monotone. There's nothing in the works. So I've changed it up. I'm now holding the camera. I've got a little DJI tripod. So I'm now holding the camera and I'm hopefully going to make it a bit more exciting. So instead of talking monotone and going absolutely boring with it, I'm going to try and change it up a bit. So one of the things I mentioned earlier was I lost a drone. So while COVID was on and I was doing in the mines, I was renting an apartment in South Perth. Beautiful apartment, superb apartment, location unbelievable, on the river, right across from the city. But when you go FIFO away in the mines, the roster where the most common roster is 2 weeks on, 1 week off. So even though you're on good money, I did not want to spend 2 weeks away from the unit whilst I had to pay rent. So I was still renting the unit all the time, but I was only home 1 week out of 3. And I thought there's got to be a better way. So went to the south of Perth Yacht Club near me, had a look at a yacht, which is one of my favourite yachts. It's an SS34. People have sailed them around the world solo. They're that boat. And they were beautiful boats. In my price range, had to get a loan, of course, but within my price range. But not a lot of room inside for liverboard. So liverboard's different too if you go out sailing. So he actually suggested, that gentleman suggested to me, why don't you try a houseboat? Go down to Mandurah, it's not that far away, have a look at houseboats. So off I went down to Mandurah. Started looking at houseboats, and a lot of them were old of what I wanted, 2 bedrooms, big sort of 12-metre boats, 12-metre houseboats. And they weren't what I wanted. They were old, they were expensive. And so I came back, I was on the jetty and I was having a cuppa. Pulled out the phone, as you do, just started Googling houseboats for sale in Mandurah. There's a sale broker there and he had 18-month-old, 10-metre, 1-bedroom houseboat. Looked beautiful, looked amazing, but in my head I thought, no, it's too small. Went and had a look at it, I bought it the next day. So, lived in this houseboat down in Mandurah, was sensational. Summer was brilliant. There was activity around the jetties. There's bars, there's cafes, there's restaurants, there's festivals, there's New Year's Eve fireworks, there's Australia Day fireworks. It was brilliant. It was awesome to live in Mandurah on a houseboat through summer. Winter, not so much. But anyway, so I had my very first drone I bought, which was a little DJI Spark. Hadn't flown it for a little while, didn't want to go down to the park, couldn't be bothered, so I just walked out, plonked it on the jetty. Fired it up it came. Would not sit still, was twitching, was rocking and rolling, stayed about eye height, but just kept on moving and moving and moving and moving. So I put it back down, turned it off, checked the propellers, checked everything, couldn't find a fault. No, this is good. Started up again, lifted it up to eye height, I let go, It kept climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. I don't know how high I got. I didn't look at the screen. I should have, but I didn't. I could still see it, but it must have been, I don't know, 80 metres up at a guess. I don't know. So I'm frantically now trying to get this drone that really is not in my control down. Now, all around the marina, like I imagine most marinas around the world, is two-story townhouses, two-story apartments, two-story whatever you call them in your country. In Australia, they're townhouses. So you've got the marina one way, and all around the wall of the marina, you've got these two-story townhouses. And all I could think of is this drone's going to go into one of those. Anyway, so I'm frantically playing with the sticks, trying to get it to move any way, shape, mean or form. All of a sudden, off it went. Started heading over towards the townhouses. I'm trying to stop this thing. I could not. I had no control over this at all. Looking at the screen, it's approaching the townhouses. I cannot. I'm thinking it's going to be close visually. Look at the screen, and the screen's going, no, we're good. We're going to clear these. So over we went, over the townhouses, like just whoosh, over we go. The other side of the townhouses is the Indian Ocean. Next stop, South Africa. So over it goes, out it goes, out it goes. All I'm doing is watching it on the screen, no control over it whatsoever, could not do a thing. All of a sudden, it does what they do. It goes, ding. Screen goes black, bang. Screen goes completely black. Shark food. Don't know what happened to it. Never ever saw it again. All I know, it was definitely over water. It was well over water. It was well past the townhouses, well past the beach. It was over the water, and I had no idea. The part that I suppose upset me the most is, number one, I should have known better. I should have known that when it's up there, starts twitching, and I got it down, I should have stopped right there. You know, the voice inside your head, that feeling inside your gut, it tells you. Did I listen? Nah. Did I bollocks? Out it went. Lost it. Second thing that annoyed me was on the SD card was the second half of the ride back from Adelaide to Perth on my BMW R1200 RT motorbike. I was devastated about that. All the footage, all the drone footage had gone. I had nothing. Zip, zero, zing. Nothing. All because I didn't listen to that voice in here that said, put it down, don't be a dick, put it down. I didn't put it down. I kept flying it. She'll be right, mate. I'll be able to do this. Nah. Too much interference. When you think about it, all the townhouses around there, and there's hundreds of them. You know, all the cafes, everyone's got Wi-Fi. There's aluminium and steel all over the boats and yachts and masks and rigging and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I'm going to end this here. Hopefully this second half of this video was a little bit more bearable than just mundane me talking to the camera. So, things to look forward to. Tomorrow, I start my 30-day challenge. Self-inflicted 30-day challenge. And then after that, well, for 20 days or whatever, I'm going to talk inside. I might situate myself around the flat or at work or something, but I'll talk inside one-on-one, no one around. But at least the last 10 days, if not more, I want to actually be doing this in a crowded area because that's something completely different. I did a little bit of vlogging when I was in Vietnam, in Da Nang and in Hua Hin. I keep getting confused with Hua Hin. See, Hua Hin's Thailand, not Hua Hin. I keep getting confused with Hoi An. Hoi An in Vietnam, south of Da Nang. I did a little bit there and it was okay, but I wouldn't say it was the best. And it wasn't me looking at the camera. It was, see, I'm looking at this screen again, not this one. It wasn't me looking at you. It was the camera turned around, walking down through the markets, showing you the gondolas, showing you all the, the pretty lights at night through the markets, etc. I want to get better with me looking at you and walking along. Every now and then turn the camera around, view what I'm seeing, then come back to me. So I want to get comfortable with that in home or in my workplace or in the car. Then I want to actually take it out and start walking places like the Fremantle markets, which is Bedlam. They're busy. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they're open. So on the weekends, they are packed. So we'll go out there. We'll do the 30-day challenge, and in amongst that, we'll take one of those through Fremantle. Hope I get a good word that day. I don't know what the words are. I have not looked at what the words are. I don't know what the words are. They're just, colleagues wrote them. So I'll pull one out and I'll start talking about it on that day. Hopefully, when I'm in Fremantle markets and it is freaking busy, hopefully it'll be a good word. See ya.